Hey guys, welcome back. Chai or tea is one delicious break to a day. The combination of cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger with sweetened black tea is nothing short of brilliance. This recipe combines one of my favorite desserts with my favorite tea. The result? A match made in heaven. Chai Creme Brulee. So let's get cooking. To start off making the tea creme brulee, we first add water into a pan and we're going to bring the water to a boil. And in this water, we always add spices along with the tea leaves. So we're going to add green cardamom, a cinnamon stick, and a few pieces of cloves. And I also like to add ginger, fresh ginger, root ginger, which gives a very nice flavor to the tea. It's a personal preference of mine. Put all the spices and the ginger into the water and bring it to a boil. Now once the water comes to a boil, it already has flavor of the spices in it. Add in a couple of tea bags. You want to make a dark colored infusion of tea because you want it to be strong and intense. So later on when you add in your milk and other ingredients, it will become quite light in color. So make sure you add 2 bags which are quite strong. Try and use the Assam kind of a variation because it's a strong tea. A Darjeeling is too light and too weak. Once the tea has come to a boil, add in full fat milk. And as soon as you add the full fat milk, the tea takes on the color of the milk. It makes it a bit lighter and you get a light tan color of the tea. Bring this mixture to a boil and then strain it off into another pan. You don't want the pieces of spices and the tea leaves coming inside your creme brulee, so make sure you strain it off. So all the flavors from the tea and the spices are now into the liquid which has got the water and the milk in it. Then you add in your sugar. Now I like to keep my sugar content slightly lower. I don't like my desserts too sweet. As soon as the sugar melts in the milky tea mixture, add in the cream. This is cooking cream, it's full fat cooking cream. Now this gives a very nice smooth buttery feel to the creme brulee. It gives a very nice mouth feel, the luxurious which sticks onto your lips and to your mouth. That is because of the cream. It gives a very nice richness to the brulee. Once the cream stirs into the milk mixture, add in corn flour. This is an egg-free dessert. Normally they use eggs into a creme brulee, but I'm only going to use corn flour. So stir in the corn flour and make sure that the corn flour is there are no particles or grains in it. It should be nice and smooth. And also when you stir in the corn flour into the mixture, it takes on to a very nice glossy finish. You get a nice gloss. Don't forget there's also fat from the cream which gives you the glossiness. Now as you cook the corn flour into the liquid, it begins to thicken it. Now you thicken it just enough, it begins to coat the spoon. You don't want to make it too thick, otherwise the brulee becomes very heavy and cloyy to eat. Take it off, lightly cool it down and pour the tea creme brulee mixture into teacups. I like to put the mixture into teacup because it is a tea flavor, so when you give it to your guest, it actually looks quite nice. Now this is going to go into the fridge and rest for half an hour to 40 minutes till it's cooled down. Once it's cooled down, you take it out and on top of the creme brulee, you put in grain sugar. You can use castor sugar, but I prefer to use white sugar than using a brown sugar. So just spread it evenly on top. You don't want to put too much sugar because it becomes very thick. So just a thin layer of sugar, and with a blowtorch you spray that over the sugar and the sugar begins to caramelize, and what you will get is a nice thin layer of caramelized sugar on top of your creme brulee. So there you have it, almost set to be enjoyed. Our tea creme brulee is ready, and what I'm looking for here is a nice tap sound. So when I actually tap onto the top of the sugar, it should give a nice tap sound, and when I hit it hard with a spoon, it should give a crack sound, and that is a sign of a creme brulee. So when you eat it, it should be a thin layer of sugar and then the brulee after that. And the flavor of this brulee is tea, so I'm looking for the nice Indian chai or the tea flavor. But firstly, the tap sound. Yes, it is there. Time to see if it cracks. There it is, and look at this. It's got a very thin layer of sugar on top, and that's a sign of a good creme brulee. If it's too thick a sugar, it really is too heavy to eat, and it's too sugary and too sweet. So the thinner the sugar coating on top, the better it is. and this one is really fine and thin. Wow. And lovely flavors of the tea coming through. I'm very pleased with this. Make sure you try it at home, enjoy it, and leave your comments on the section below. Bon appetit!